know the vibe.
What's up, YouTube? Y'all already know we back with another official banger, y'all. So, last night was the draft. I just dropped my daughter off to school. So, just wanted to give y'all a little update feeling of how I felt about the first round last night of the NFL draft. So, the Ravens took Kyle Hamilton at number 14, safety from Notre Dame. So I didn't think Kyle Hamilton would be there. I am not disappointed with that pick at all. That is an excellent pickup because the Ravens definitely need, like I said, they need help in their secondary. I understand that we signed Marcus Williams in the offseason from the New Orleans Saints, but we still need help in the secondary period. And Kyle Hamilton can play. He can play like a linebacker style. He can cover tight ends. You know what I mean? So because we had issues with covering tight ends last year, so he can cover with tight ends. He can play the deep third. He can play all over in the secondary. So I am totally happy with that pick. I love that pick. Jordan Davis went right before we picked up. Like 13 was Jordan Davis, and then 14 was us. So when Jordan Davis went at 13, I was like, dang, wow, like Philly, but hey, that's the name of the game when it comes to the draft. So, Philly took Jordan Davis. I don't know. So if Jordan Davis was still there at 14 with Kyle Hamilton, I don't know if the Ravens would have took Jordan Davis or not. I still feel like they probably would have took Kyle Hamilton because he was just so highly thought of on the board. You know what I mean? It's funny how the Ravens, people just slide down to them like that. Kyle Hamilton is a top 5 player, so I don't understand. I swore he was going top 5. He's a great safety, so that is a great pickup for the Ravens. I like the pick. What bothered me last night was Marquise Brown. That kind of bothered me. So initially, when the trade happened, because they traded Marquise Brown, they got the 23rd pick from the Cardinals. So initially when that happened, I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I know a lot of people was. Some people weren't too fond of Hollywood. I thought Hollywood was a good receiver. Him and Lamar, they best friends. I thought him and Lamar had, a nice connection. The guy caught 91 balls and went over 1,000 yards this year. He had a productive season. Great season. You know what I mean? Yeah, he had some games where he had some bad drops or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not going... I know people going to hit him hard because of the drops. I get that. But Hollywood was a productive receiver in Baltimore. Let's not cap on the fact that he wasn't productive because the kid was productive. The kid was a deep threat. He spread the field for us. Now we don't have a deep threat wide receiver, and we need to find one. And Jameson Williams was the deep threat to me that was in the draft. So I don't know too much about any more speed that's in that draft that's going to be able to do that. But, you know what I mean? I'm definitely excited about Rashad Bateman because I know Rashad Bateman going to have a good year this year. But the Hollywood thing just threw me for a loop. Sitting here like, dang, why are we trading Hollywood to the Cardinals? So now we trade him back. So we traded to the Cardinals, whereas though, if guys know, Marquise Brown played with Kyler Murray, which is the quarterback for the Cardinals. They played with each other at Oklahoma University. So they have a connection with each other. You know what I'm saying? They have a true connection with each other. So they play with each other. So that's going to be a good connection for him, as the season progresses. You know what I mean? They're going to have their connection. But, I ain't going to say I was pissed. I was just, stunned, wow, what's the problem? What's the issue? So, remind you, towards, when the season ended, the situation about Kyler Murray where he wiped his social media page of all the Arizona Cardinals stuff and all that stuff because he wanted a new contract and he was, upset with the Cardinals. So Hollywood wiped his shit with Baltimore, like his whole social media too, of the Baltimore stuff. So a lot of people was like, looking into that, like how Kyler Murray did it. So I guess they was feeling like Hollywood felt the same way. So I ain't really look too deep into that. I mean, it could be a lot of things. I don't know, but I just left it as like, it is what it is. So when the draft came and he got traded, that kind of threw me for, like I said, it threw me for a loop. Because I'm like, dang, like, I mean, what's up? So basically I watched the draft until the end because I was trying to see, basically, I watched it in because the Ravens, they don't do their pressure until the end of the round. You get what I'm saying? Because I guess they feel like, they don't do it till the end of the round because they might like trade back up and get another pick or whatever. So they wait until the round is over and before they do their pressure. So I was sitting here waiting, until the Ravens did their little press conference. So when the Ravens did their press conference, I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for them to talk about this Hollywood Brown situation because like I said, I mean, as a fan, you're on the outside, so you only know but so much. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of information is just not going to leak out there to you to know. I mean, you're going to get some information, but you're not going to get a lot. So, I'm pretty sure all Ravens fans did not expect Hollywood Brown to be traded at the draft day. They just didn't see that coming. So, when I watched the presser and they asked Eric DeCosta, what was the situation with Hollywood Brown? Eric DeCosta said that Hollywood Brown came to him at the end of the season and he was like, he wanted to be traded. So, it hit me like, what? So I'm sitting there and I'm just thinking and I'm listening to them talk, right? But like, I'm letting it register in my mind. So I'm like, he wanted to be traded. So first I'm thinking of stuff like, well, what would make him want to be traded? You know what I'm saying? What? He don't like the offense that he in? Like he got beef with somebody or stuff just ain't going his way, whereas though he want to get the numbers that he want so he can get paid. You know what I'm saying? But in actuality, when I look at it, he was getting the numbers. Like I said, he had 91 catches, over 1,000 yards last year. So he almost had 100 catches last year. So his numbers was up from the previous year. But at the same time, too, like Hollywood, you drop a lot of balls, bro. And I'm going to keep it 100. You drop a lot of balls, bro. So, like, some of this stuff be on you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, it's all the Ravens' fault. Like, some of this is on you, too. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know one of the major things, and I believe that it's going to raise ugly head. Our offensive coordinator, I just don't like him. And I'm going to keep it 100. I don't like him. I feel like he is a part of the problem of the situation, too. So, I feel like that might have something to do with it. But at the end of the day, if you're questioning the trade and you want it out, then it's time for you to go. I'm not going to cry over it. Like, you know what I mean? It's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. Like, get him out of here. Because it ain't going to help the locker room. It ain't going to help us at all because you're going to have a disgruntled guy in the locker room who want to go. So, get him out of there. So, as far as what EDC did, I know EDC was saying that, he it was kind of hard for him to trade Hollywood because that was his first pick as a general manager, and he really didn't want to trade him. He said they had long dialogue talk, long conversation and all that stuff, so he really didn't want to trade Hollywood. But Hollywood wanted out. So then I see that Lamar Jackson tweeted, "What the fuck?" So, I don't know if that was about it or not, but from what Eric DeCosta and John Harbaugh said, they said that they had a conversation with Lamar Jackson about this situation, that Hollywood wanted to be traded. So they said they talked to him. So I guess they kept him in the loop of what was going on. So it's kind of confusing because he still texts out, "What the fuck?" But the reason why I say it's kind of confusing is because Also, Arthur Costa said that pretty much this trade was already in the makings like 2 weeks prior to the draft. So they had already had this lined out. So they had already had dialogue talk with the Cardinals. He was saying that it's just, he was happy that the information didn't leak out. So that's why I said, as fans, we don't get information because it's hard for stuff to leak out like that. So this deal was already done 2 weeks ago. And the Ravens said they talked to Lamar when the trade was going through, or talked to him about the trade. So did you guys talk to Lamar 2 weeks ago when you made the trade, or did you talk to Lamar when on draft day when the trade happened? So it seems like to me they talked to Lamar on draft day when the trade was about to happen. They didn't talk to Lamar 2 weeks ago when the trade was already made. Because why would he text out WTF, or tweet out that, you know what I'm saying? Like he was blindsided. So I don't know how much dialogue they had with the situation, and I don't know how badly or how that makes Lamar feel. But what I do know is now we need to address wide receiver. And I say that because you need a wide receiver that can stretch the field. Bateman's an excellent receiver, but he's more so your possession type receiver. You know what I mean? He's not a burner, is what I'm saying. We need a burner. We need somebody that got speed and they got catch, radius, all of that. So I still believe, you know what I mean? I'm for sure that the Ravens are going to address that. It's no way that they not. I know the Ravens are going to address that issue. They're going to find themselves a receiver. They need one by giving up Hollywood. But the whole Hollywood saga, like, he wanted to be traded. He wanted out. You know what I mean? So it came clear to what the situation was, like I said, when they had the press conference. So I always wait when the press conference is up to, make my synopsis of what's going on. You know what I mean? Because when stuff happens, you really don't know. But by the Costa coming out and said that Hollywood wanted to be traded, that explains a lot of stuff. The only part that don't explain to me is, I'm sorry. The only part that don't explain to me is when did you tell Lamar Jackson Hollywood Brown was being traded? Or did you give him the information that came down to you saying, hey, Hollywood came to us and he said he wanted to be traded, Lamar? Like, did you say this early in the game? Like, because at the end of the season, you said Hollywood came to you and talked to you about it. So did you go to Lamar and was like, hey, Hollywood Brown came to us and he said that he wanted to be traded? To at least give Lamar the chance to talk to Hollywood to see what's up. So it's like, I don't know how much information was passed through to talk about this. So those are questions that I know I would like to answer, but it's just not going to get answered for you. That information just don't get out to you like that. You know what I mean? Or somebody do know where you can find information about that. Like, I would like to know, like, how much detailed information or how early did you guys talk to Lamar about the situation? So, Hollywood gone. It is what it is. Moving on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got to move on. So, the Ravens took that pick at 23, and they traded back to 25, and they took Tyler Lindenbaum. So, I am not opposed to that pick either. Tyler Lindenbaum, we needed a starting center. We needed a strong starting center. So Tyler Lindenbaum is going to handle that situation. He's a day one starter. He'll be our new starting center. So our center issues will be resolved. That'll help our offensive line. That'll make our offensive line stronger. Like I told y'all before, the Ravens need offensive line help. You need to protect Lamar Jackson, period. That is a must. So I am not opposed to Tyler Lindenbaum. I think that was a great pick. You know what I mean? So, we got 2 first-round picks. We got Kyle Hamilton, and we got Tyler Lindenbaum. Like I said, I did not believe Kyle was going to be there, which is shocking to me. He's a top 5 player. I thought he'd be gone. That's why I was saying, in my mind, Jordan Davis is the pick. Perfect at that spot where we were, he would have been, and he's a good fit. But he was gone, and Kyle Hamilton was there. That was a no-brainer. You snatch him. Like, you take him. So Tyler, great. That really solidifies our offensive line a lot. I'm hoping that he just comes right in, step in, and like makes our offensive line that much better. Because if we got a stout offensive line, man, in front of Lamar, it's just going to be a long day for opposing defenses. So I'm okay with that pick. So today is day 2 of the draft. So it's round 2 and 3. So I believe the Ravens have 1 pick in the second, and I think I believe they had 3 picks in the third, but they gave up one of those picks to the Cardinals when they traded Hollywood Brown, which I don't understand. Why? Because, like, hey, you calling me, you want Hollywood. I want your first round draft pick, and I give you Hollywood. Why are we giving y'all a pick? Y'all don't get no pick. Y'all wanted our player. But I guess that was what made the deal go through. So I believe the Ravens have 1 pick. I know they got 1 pick in the second, and I think they got 2 or 3 picks in the third. I believe that. It's either 2 or 3 picks in the third. And then on Saturday, it's rounds 4 through 7, which finishes out the draft. And I believe the Ravens have like 6 picks in the 4th round. And then they got like 1 in the 6th, I think, something like that. So, yeah, they got a lot of picks in the 3rd and 4th round. So it's either they got 3 picks in the 3rd or 2 picks. Because I know they had like either 3 or 4 picks. But I know they gave up one of those picks. So I don't know if they have 3 left or 2 left. I might have to look it up. If I find it, I'll put it on the screen for y'all somewhere. You know what I mean? To show y'all how many picks or what they got left. But the 2 picks in the first round, I like them. I am not upset about none of those picks. Those picks were great picks. Those guys are going to be instant starters. They're going to be instant straight to our team. I know the Ravens still got to address the defense. And I know that we still got to address offense issues. Now, to flip back through the draft, Trayvon Walker went number 1. So I know it probably caught people off guard, but I kind of felt like Trayvon Walker was going to go 1. I mean, they was talking about Aiden Hutchinson. But Trayvon Walker's a great player out of the University of Georgia. And that was a great pickup for those guys, for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I thought that was a nice pickup for them. That's going to help their defense a lot. You know what I mean? As far as putting him on the edge, because I think they got a young pass rusher over there. So you put him on the other side, their defense going to be solidified a lot better with the pass rush game. So I thought that was a great pickup. Then Aiden Hutchinson went number 2 to the Detroit Lions. Detroit need help all over. So, you know what I mean, getting Aiden Hutchinson definitely helps their defense. That'll make them, you know, their defense was, last year their defense was solid. I'm not even going to sit there and cap. Their defense was pretty solid last year. So you add Aiden Hutchinson to that defense, you're giving them more pass rush. So that's going to make their defense a lot better than what it was. So that's a lot of help to their defense. Then they got tricky with the Houston Texans when they came up and they took Derek Stingley Jr. at number 3. Was not seeing that. I thought Sauce would be the first corner going. So, but Houston make crazy picks. I mean, some of their picks be wild. Nothing against Derek Stingley. I just thought that Sauce Gardner was the number 1 corner in the draft, hands down. Like, hands down, number 1 corner. You want your corner, and you got the first bite at it, Sauce Gardner. What we waiting for? What we doing? But they took Derek Stingley. So I guess they feel like Derek Stingley fixed their defense better. So, and that's another thing, like, he might, like I guess when you look at players and you say, yeah, that's the best player, why they didn't take the player? A lot of teams take players that fit their team. So Derek Stingley might have fit their defense that they like to do over in Houston. So maybe that's the reason why they took Derek Stingley. I'm opposed to it because I think Sauce Gardner fits everywhere. It doesn't matter. But, hey, that's what the team took. I believe number 4 was, the Jets. The Jets took Sauce Gardner. Like I said, tall, rangy, long cornerback. Excellent pick. I thought that was a smart pick for them. I mean, he's going to be a stud cornerback in the NFL. He's what you want as a cornerback. So I thought that was a nice pickup for them. Number 5, I believe, was Kayvon Thibodeau for the New York Giants. So I heard that, I think it was maybe, I don't know if it was, it might have been McShay, talking about, hey, he had heard from other outside sources that Kayvon Thibodeau going to the Giants was a no, because they said his meeting was awful with the New York Giants. So a lot of times when you hear stuff like that too, man, a lot of stuff is cap. You know what I mean? Like, that's just to throw you off, to throw you, because the teams don't want to show their hand. You know what I mean? They don't want to say, hey, yeah, we taking him. So they wind up taking Kayvon Thibodeau anyway. So I don't believe that. I mean, his meeting probably could have been. I'm not saying, I don't know. But I believe it was cap, because if it was that bad, then why you pick him? Great play out of Oregon. Great defensive end. Fast. Sack man. Like, he's going to make an effect to your defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, the NFL is about getting to the quarterback. You know what I mean? They want to get sacks. So, that was a smart move for them. The shocker to me in the whole entire draft was Jermaine Johnson. Like, Jermaine Johnson was like a top 10 player. Jermaine Johnson fell all the way down to 20, I think it was 26 or 27. Like, he fell down late, way down the draft board. So, I know he kind of hot. But, those things like that make those players, when they upset, they come out there with a chip on their shoulder and they bring it. I don't know why he fell. Normally when players fall like that and they slide down there, something's wrong. So, I don't know if it was an issue. I don't know what it was. But he fell all the way down to the late end of the first round, and a lot of teams passed on him. So with that being said, something must have been wrong for teams to do that. You know what I mean? I don't know what it was, and no information came out to say like, oh, he got issues with this. I don't know why he fell. So that was kind of shocking to me. Pittsburgh Steelers, they took Kenny Pickett at number 20. I thought they was going to take Malik Williams. I thought they were going to take Malik, man. Like, that quarterback, he got a big upside. He uses his legs. He got a big arm. He's pretty accurate. I mean, people say he's a project, but to me, he looks good. I thought he was going to get taken by the Pittsburgh Steelers. I thought the Pittsburgh Steelers was going to go to more of a mobile quarterback, you know what I mean? Because that's kind of like what the NFL is going towards. There's a lot of mobile quarterbacks in the NFL, and I thought they was going to take him, but they didn't. So Malik is still on the board. He didn't get drafted last night. So a team is definitely going to get him in the second round. He's going to be gone. Only one quarterback got drafted in the first round. Surprising, because normally a lot of quarterbacks go in the first round because teams need quarterbacks, but the only quarterback that went this year was Kenny Pickett. So that was a little surprising to me that was the only quarterback that went. I thought it would be 2, but today, it'll be more quarterbacks to go today, because definitely Malik is going somewhere today. So he don't have to worry about that. He's definitely going to get his job today. What other picks? No other picks. I mean, a lot of receivers went in the first round, 6 of them. I mean, you had Jamison Williams, you had Chris Olave, you had Garrett Wilson, you had Drake London, and you had Jahan Dotson from Penn State. So all those guys went in the first round. 6 wide receivers, which I said this receiving class is deep. It's a lot of receivers in this class. So I think, you knew we were going to have a lot of receivers come out. The one thing was Georgia's defense. Like, I want to say 5 of their defensive players went in the first round. You had Jordan Davis, you had Trayvon Walker, you had Quay Walker, you had Devontae Wyatt, and I believe their safety went. I think his name was Leon Chin. So they had like 5 players go in the first round just off their defense. So if you watched Georgia football last year, you know that that defense was good. So 5 of their players was drafted in the first round. So that was big for them. They put up big stuff. So today I'm looking at for the second round pick, I would like for the Ravens to take George Pickens from the University of Georgia, wide receiver. I think he's a dog. Excellent blocking type of receiver, and he's got good hands, and he's a great route runner. So I would love to see George Pickens at our, I think it's a 45th pick that we had for the second round. So I would like to see that. But, we got to see, the draft, like I said, the board falls in mysterious ways. Kyle Hamilton fell to the Ravens at 14, and that they said that was like a 30% chance that the Ravens could have got him. So, and they got him. So we'll see how things work out, man. It's going to be, like I said, it's entertaining. I love it because it's draft season. So I hope you guys been rocking with me. I hope you guys been watching the draft. You know what I mean? Like, say how y'all feel. You know what I mean? Give me some insights about how you feel, what your team did. You know what I mean? Maybe and some teams I know didn't get a chance to pick in the first round because they ain't had no first round draft pick because they traded it to other teams. So the first round was definitely entertaining. I liked it. Like I said, I found out more information about Hollywood once they had their presser. I still would like to know more information about how Lamar felt about the situation or what he was involved in, how much information and detail they gave him up front. And like I said, I told you my surprises, told you the people that fell. So definitely an entertaining first round. Definitely can't wait till today to see the second and third rounds. So we'll see. But I'm going to close out my video right here. Like I said, I love y'all, man. I already posted my video today earlier about my 1K subscribers and get y'all some more draft talk and some NBA playoff talk on there. So I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all still hitting the like button for me. Y'all turning me up. I appreciate y'all, man. I thank y'all for watching the video. I thank you again for the 1K subscribers. Like I said, so now we going to keep pushing hard because we need to get to 100K subscribers. You know what I mean? Like, in this world, you always go big or go home. Think big. So for me, 100K subscribers, yeah, it's big, but guess what? We can get there. We can get to 100K. I'm going to go big or go home. I'm trying to get my silver YouTube plaque like everybody else because we're going to go big. I dream big. You should dream big too because you can make it high and you can get to the next level too. So, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, comment, subscribe, turn me up like y'all always do. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. I know I said the next video was going to be my birthday, but I promise you it will be. But I had to come back on here because I had to tell y'all how I felt about the first round of the draft. So, man, yeah, I love y'all, man. Y'all have a great day and a blessed day. Enjoy yourself. Peace out.